Hi everyone, welcome to episode 32. Is it? Yeah, 32 of Nifty Knitting Ninja podcast. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've done this, so I feel a little out of sorts. But yeah, I am your host, Abigail Gain. You can find me on Instagram as Grant Me Mercy. You can find me on Twitter as The Nutty Ninja. I'm sorry, my name is just kind of different everywhere. You can find me on Ravelry as I'm a Knitting Ninja. And yeah, that's where you can find me. I am hoping to have a surprise appearance by my mama next on my podcast. So, yeah, that's something else to look forward to. Um, so hi. How's everybody doing? I hope that your few weeks were good ones. And for all of you who celebrate Halloween, I hope that you enjoyed your holiday. Personally, I do not celebrate Halloween just for personal reasons. I'm not going to go into that. But if you do, I hope that you enjoyed it. And it's going to be a little bit shorter of an episode today. I know I've been gone for 2 to 3 weeks. But I really haven't gotten that much done. I've been very, very, very busy. Just working and mainly being sick. The last time I was going to podcast, I was planning on podcasting a week from last time, but my chronic illness was flaring up and my body just hurt and I did nothing but sit on my bed with the heating pad all day. So that's what went on there. The week after that, which would have been 2 weeks from the last episode, time got away from me. And then I didn't podcast last week because I've been getting over a really nasty stomach bug and I've been really sick. So thank you for hanging with me through missed episodes and everything. If you're an old viewer, thank you so much for coming back and watching. If you're a new viewer, then enjoy. I hope that you enjoy this episode. You may want to go back to some of the starter episodes, probably about episode 10 or 12, if you're a new watcher, new viewer. But thank you everybody for coming and watching this episode. And yeah, it's Thanksgiving month here in the US. It is the 2nd of November, which means that my sister's baby is coming pretty quickly, in 28 days, hopefully. So, I'm going to get started with the knitting because this is a knitting podcast, and hopefully we will not have too many technical difficulties today like we did last time. First thing that I'm going to show you, finished objects, and despite some of the ends not being woven in, I do consider them finished objects. Oh, sorry, I've got stacks of stuff and I'm just needing to move them a little bit. This is a box that I got from Joann's that was on sale. And it's very, very pretty. I got this on sale at Joann's, and my plan is, if I can knit fast enough, I'm going to fill it up with baby knits. And I've already started. And I finished this last night. This is made out of a German yarn, and I can't say the name because my German is horrible. Like non-existent horrible. But it's a very soft, very nice yarn that I think I'll wear for a long time. The softness is why I decided to make baby items out of it. Cough alert for anybody who's on headphones, sorry. I am so sorry. I'm still trying to get over my cold stomach bug something. Ooh, and my voice is getting a little gravelly, so I apologize. But that's how it finished on top. Bring that a little closer here. kind of went in a square with the decreases. Woo, and that's getting blown out. Sorry, my phone's vibrating. It's probably hubby. But yeah, that's done. This is supposed to be a newborn hat. I used the pattern from Where You Were Plucked, and it's on Ravelry. It's a free pattern, and she's got this little top knot on top, and I just admitted that because I didn't want a top knot. There goes my phone again, I'm sorry. But yeah, the tail that was up here, the end that was up here is woven in. This is not woven in yet, but I'm considering it done. Because I know that before I send this off, I will weave in the ends. So this is basically done. We're going up to my sister's at Thanksgiving. She lives in Gladstone, Missouri. It's right next to Kansas City, Missouri. But I'm planning to fill up this box with baby knits and send it up with my mom whenever she stays up there for when my sister has a baby. And my sister does not want to find out the gender of her baby, so that's why you're not going to see a bunch of overly boy or overly girl colors right now. Probably when the baby's born. I'm thinking it's a girl. I'm going to put my money on it's a girl, but in case it's not, I'm not going to count my chicks before they hatch. And these, the inside ends are woven in as well. These are little tiny baby socks. Excuse the nasty band-aid, I'm sorry. But yeah, let me flatten this one out a little bit. I just put a fish lips kiss heel in there. And man, the colors are really getting blown out. I'm sorry, guys. Well, it's not gonna represent accurately, but it's like a blue green and then a dark purpley color, and then there's like a light sky blue, kind of between the green blue and the purple. So it's a really pretty color. And I did these 2 at a time on Magic Loop, 2 at a time, and yeah, they're so cute. I used 32 stitches on these, and they worked up really quickly. And last night I was getting around to finally grafting the toes together, and I had started grafting the toe together on one of them, and then I thought, you know what? These are newborn socks. Babies aren't going to care. So I cheated. This is a podcaster and a knitter cheat. If you could see these toes right here. I cheated. I did not do a proper Kitchener stitch on the toe. I just took the yarn and I threaded through all the stitches and I pulled it tight, and there you go, because the baby's not going to care. But yeah, look at those. They're so tiny. So tiny. They're so cute. I'm sorry. I squeal at tiny cute stuff, okay? So while knitting for my sister's baby, you might hear a lot of squealing, and I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. My other finished object, and you guys have seen these, is my socks for my friend. A gentleman in my church requested socks. Well, he didn't request them, but we went on a church group trip together, and we were all living in like a community house thing, and my mom's hand knit socks were there, and he said that they were so nice he almost stole them twice. So we decided to get him his own pair. He's a US size men's 11. That's crazy. But his son-in-law also actually requested socks, and he is a size US 13 men's. Yeah, a lot of knitting. Again, these don't have the top end woven in, but these are really, really nice. I really like them. Yeah, This was the second one, and I really like the second one even better. And again, this is my standard go-to heel. I'm going to start trying out new heel and toe techniques though, because I really want to try a new technique for my socks, because it'll just keep things interesting, and why not learn something new. So this is my standard Fish Lips Kiss heel that I just popped in there. And this one still has a stitch marker on it. Don't know if you guys can see that. Focus. Turn it that way. Do you feel focus then? Cover up my face. Yeah, that helps. It's the little bicycle charm that I made. So these are done. Just need to weave in the top ends, and I don't think I'm going to block them because he's a guy and he really does not care about pretty socks. He just wants socks. He just wants warm socks. So those are my finished objects in 2 weeks. Kind of sad, I know. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to talk about works in progress now. And whoop. I'm sorry, it's a holy mess in here. So 2 years ago, I knit up this sock. I believe it was 2 years ago. It is the Mini Monkeys, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry. Basically what it is it's downsizing the Monkey Socks by Cookie A, which is also a free pattern on Knitty, I believe. And it's just downsizing them to make them for smaller feet, baby feet to be exact. So I knit one a couple years ago. Oh shoot, I'm not talking about the yarns at all, am I? The yarn that these socks were knit out of was Zauber Ball, and I don't know the colorway. I'm sorry because I don't have the ball band up here, but I will mention it again next week probably, or you can go back to a couple episodes and see what color it is. But and this is wool free sock yarn in the Oasis colorway, and that's the first baby monkey. Well, I decided that it was time to finish the pair, finish the second one, and send them to my sister for the baby. These are over 48 stitches. And so here's the second one. And no, they're not going to match, but I don't think the baby's going to care. I believe I had just gotten through the first repeat. And there's that, and these are being worked on a size US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter. And these are my, whoop, these are all tangled apparently. These are my Knit Picks Caspian wood circlers in the 40-inch. Let's see. Take that out for a second. Sorry, everything's a mess. So I'm just going to set everything aside over there. Yeah. And I'm going to talk about a few more baby knits, because that seems to dominate my life lately. I want this little one to know that she is loved by an auntie who loves to create stuff for her. So you guys might remember this. This is the corner to corner blanket. Oop, that's all tangled too. I'm sorry guys, I feel like I'm very disorganized, but like I said, it's been a few weeks since I've done this, so I feel off my game a little bit today, and I'm sorry. But this is the corner to corner blanket, and it's about 22-23 inches from the edge. If you turn it around to be a square like this, then along the edge it's about 22 to 23 inches. And you might notice that there's a different yellow color in here. And yes, I am using, whoops, if that'll even focus. I don't think it's gonna focus against the gray. I'm sorry, but that is my, sorry, my monitor went off. That is my butterfly stitch marker that I made from the charm that I got in Colorado. And I was originally making this out of, and this is a mess as well, Karen cakes. And this is the colorway Key Lime, which is a disastrous mess right now. But you see all that bright yellow in there? I realized that I wasn't going to have enough to make the size of blanket that I wanted. So, I picked up this. It's Big Twist Baby yarns in the colorway 1007 Baby Dandelion. And I think it's a wonderful, bright, cherry, warm yellow. But look at the difference. One's a bright cherry yellow, one's a highlighter yellow. And again, the colors aren't showing up exactly correct, and I apologize for that. But I brought it home and I thought, oh, that's not gonna work, and Mom's like, well, just take it back. Well, I can't really find that highlighter yellow in any other yarn. So what I did is I ripped out the highlighter yellow and I used the Baby Dandelion yarn, and I'm gonna just use that in the blanket instead of the highlighter yellow, and I think it's gonna look fine. I'm a little worried about it, but I think it's gonna look fine. So there it is. And again, this is the corner to corner blanket, and it is being worked with sorry, I didn't have time for cough alert there. I apologize for anybody who's listening on headphones. I'm so sorry. It's being worked on an I-9 or a 5.25 millimeter crochet hook. That's going to be my project for today. I have a foodling. I am going to go to a park and do a little walking around just to clear my mind, because there's been a lot on my mind lately, but hopefully I will have some time to work on this. I'm sorry, I'm just going to stuff this all back in here because it's a monstrous mess, and I don't want it getting even more monstrous all over my bed. Okay. So that's the end of the baby things right now, but I am planning on more, and I will talk on planned projects later on and acquisitions, probably after I'm done with whips. So anybody who doesn't want to see that, then after whips, here it comes. And this, my little row counter there is going to slide off, so I'm going to just take it off for a second. This is my Across the Pond shawl by Mina Phillip, which is Knitting Expat. And if you guys have not checked out her podcast here on YouTube, oh my gosh, you have got to check it out. She is so lovely and so wonderful, and right now she is 24 weeks pregnant. She's so cute. She's adorable. I love her bump. That kind of sounded weird, but she is. She's just so cute. This is the Across the Pond shawl. I got this during Mina's 30th birthday, where she had a promotion code to get 30% off of her patterns. So this pattern was originally $5, and I got it for $3.50. And you can't see it that well because you won't be able to until it's blocked. But look. Hopefully that'll focus. Focus, please. Well, maybe it's the colors. But as you can see, it's got all these little butterfly. It's just a plain garter or stockinette stitch shawl, but it's got all these little butterflies every so many rows, which I think is just genius. And she creates it on here so that the holes on the thing are bigger than your normal yarn over holes, which I think is also genius. Mia is very creative anyway, so. And I'm just using my little, let's see if we can get this focus. My monitor is gonna go off, hold on. My little turtle charm, and I also got that charm in Colorado, and I just made it into a progress keeper. But I'm very, very much enjoying that. And this is in my Yarn It, which I love very, very much. And what is better than a Yarn It with glitter? Seriously. And what you can't see, and I'm actually going to take it out of the Yarn It, so give me a second, is that the yarn itself is sparkly. And you can't really see it, but it's got stellina in it. Oh, there you go. You can see a tiny bit of sparkle there. But it's very, very nice and soft. It's a little bit lighter of a fingering weight, but that's okay. It's working up really, really good. I'm really liking it. And this is the Industrial Sparkle colorway by Mothie and the Squid, who's located in the UK. I love it. I think it's just fantastic. I saw this, Allie of Savvy Skeins. She has been doing a few podcasts here and there. She's really busy. She's got 5 kids, one of them being not a baby, but he's little. He's like 4 or 5. So she's a very busy mama. But she did a podcast every so often, and her daughter Madsy, who is Miss Madsy on Instagram, she showed the Industrial Sparkle, and as soon as I saw it, I'm just like, I have to have it. So thank you, Miss Madsy, for enabling me. That's the best purchase that I've probably ever made. These are being worked on a size US 6, which I believe is a 4.0 millimeter, and these are just regular boy cheap needles. But I like them. They're working well. I'm just gonna put my little row keeper there, so that I don't lose it. And the way that I'm using my row keeper is on this side where that 6 is, right there, that is what repeat I am on. And on the other side where that 3 is, I am using that to keep what row of the repeat I am on. So, don't ask me how I remember which is which, but I do. It also helps because one side of the row counter is harder to turn than the other, and I know that's the side that I've been using to keep track of what repeat I'm on. So, that helps. I'm just going to set that aside where it can get all messy. I haven't been working on that a whole lot, but I just wanted to show you guys. My last work in progress, oh, I thought this was in half of a row, sorry, is being worked again with Big Twist yarns. This is Natural Blend, and this is Natural Blend Sunset. And it's kind of crossed out there because I got it as a mill end, so they had them all packaged up in bags and everything. But this is what I'm making. I love these colors. I love it so much. Oh man, this would be a great screenshot. I think so. I think it would be a great screenshot. But yeah, just a garter stitch border on each side, and just a regular stockinette stitch blanket. It turned out a little bit bigger than I wanted it to. I cast on 108 stitches, and it was supposed to be 48 inches across. It's 54. So it turned out a little bit bigger because I'm getting 2 or 3 stitches to the inch, 2 or 3 rows to the inch. Yeah, 2 or 3 stitches to the inch. So it turned out a little bit bigger. And these are being worked on a size US 15, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure about what the millimeter size is these, but this is a super bulky yarn, and I'm loving it so far. I have pretty much of that ball left, and I have 2 more balls after that, and I'm hoping it's enough to make it the size that I want it, but if not, I have a plan. I'm gonna go buy more mill-ins, as many as I can find, and a relatively, I mean, not like an off-the-wall color from this, and a relatively close but different colors, and I'm just gonna keep going with that and kind of do it in color blocks and make it look like it was planned and that I didn't actually run out of yarn. So that's my plan. Hopefully it works. But yeah, I'm loving this. This is my potato chip knitting. This is my sit in front of the computer and watch podcast knitting. But yeah, that's it. And that's it for whips. So if you do not care to stick around for acquisitions and my future project plans, then thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a great week, and I should see you within the next week or 2. Okay, for those of you who do want to stick around, thank you so much for staying. And this, I forget what the yarn is, but it's supposed to be baby yarn, but I feel like it's a little rough for a baby. But this, I was gonna make another sock and hat set. And this is just like a rainbow, and it's got white stripes in between the rainbows, so I was gonna make that for the baby, but I just feel like it's a little rough, and I'm not quite sure that I want to do that. Because yeah, I've become very conscientious of the softness of yarns lately, and like what's suitable for a baby versus what's suitable for an adult. And this is kind of running into acquisitions, so I guess that's the only future project that I have planned, but I have more future projects that's gonna run into acquisitions. So this was another mill-in that I got. This is Premium Mountaintop Stripes. Focus, please. There we go. And it's a big twist premium yarn. And it's actually very soft. This is very soft. So my plan was, because my sister doesn't want to find out the gender of the baby, I was going to make a sweater out of this. And I think that those colors are nice gender neutral colors. I just think that it would make a very nice sweater. And this is a more accurate representation of the color right here. So I picked that up. I got 3 skeins of it. And these are 116 yards each, so hopefully I'll have enough for a baby sweater. And I also got this Premier Yarns Deborah Norville collections in Serenity Chunky. I'm hoping this focuses again. Cover up my head. There we go. It's just Serenity Chunky. Oh, and there it goes. It's on my head and didn't like it. This is in the color Spring. And I thought that it was very, very fun. I love this. As you guys can see, there is yellows and blues and pinks and a little bit of green and speckles. I love speckles. So yeah, there is, I don't know if this, yeah, there's 109 yards in this, and I thought, this is my thinking with this, I thought that it makes such a fun hat, winter hat, and I could totally see that. So this had to come home with me, and this is all Joanne's yarn, by the way. Okay, and that's it for yarn acquisitions. Now we're gonna go on to fabric acquisitions. Because while you're working in a craft store, when you price stuff, you see stuff that just has to come home with you, which is my downfall. But I love my job, so it's okay. It's okay. So this is all on clearance. These were originally $3 a piece, and they were marked down to 97 cents. So, good deal there. And I only know that because I'm the one who marked them down. But I got this, which, funny enough, this fabric right here looks exactly like a coloring page in one of my coloring books. Exact. Which is so funny. And then I got this one, which is foxes and kitties and bunnies, and I think, yeah, on the back you can see the owls, which I think is just adorable. And what I'm going to do, this is going to be the outside fabric and this is going to be the inside fabric. I'm going to make a project bag with this, a new project bag. So I think it'll just be fun and crazy and very sweet, and I think it'll represent me a lot because this is just me. I just love this. And these are both 18 by 21 inches, so I should be able to make a little bit bigger of a project bag. Also, and these are kind of disheveled because I undid them and kind of laid them out to see how I wanted them. Hold on a second. I should have done this, but I didn't. I'm just going to separate the different layers here so that you guys can see all the different squares. Give me just a second. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so in this bundle, there were these bird squares right here. And this is all like a light flannel. Then there was this gray with white polka dots. And there was this bright green chevron stripe. And these different colored scallops. And there was some blue giraffe print. And then, this is my favorite part of the fabric, giraffes and birds. I love this. So I thought my plan with these was I saw them and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so adorable, and I know that it's like blues and greens and like people are like, oh, that's boy colors, but I don't really think so. So I'm gonna have my mom help me piece together a patchwork quilt for the baby. And that's my plan for those. But I set them out and I realized that I didn't have enough fabric for the size that I wanted. So I went back to Joann's a few days later and all of the square bundles were gone. Luckily enough, I found more of the same fabric. Not in like the pre-cut out square bundles, but lucky enough, it's the same fabric. So, to complete it, I got more of the chevron, or not the chevron, the scallops. I got more of the giraffe fabric because I just love that. And then I got more of the blue giraffe print. So hopefully that'll be enough and Mom will be able to help me get that done before she has to go up and be with my sister when the baby's. And last acquisition that I have to show you. And this is all a mess because yes, I did already undo this. I got this fabric bundle. It's like $10 originally, and I got it for $4. So that's great. And it's just this fabric bundle, and there's actually a lot of fabric here. There is, well, I'm just gonna peel them off and show them to you individually. There was this blue polka dot. There was, and this is all in the same bundle that I bought. Bright yellow polka dot. And orange polka dot. And a lighter blue polka dot. Kind of like a teal polka dot. And there was a bright green polka dot. And the red polka dot. So I thought that those were really, really cute. I really like polka dots. So my plan for these are, I thought about doing a English paper piecing quilt, starting that with all the different colors of the polka dots, which I think would be adorable. But, sorry, I got fuzz in my mouth. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. But since I don't think I'm gonna have enough for a whole quilt, I decided I'm going to pair these together. I'm going to make project bags out of them and make the bottoms different colors, kind of like you've been seeing in my recent project bags. But I think that would make a really sweet project bag. And yeah, that's all that I have to show you today, and I guess that I've been blubbering on long enough, because looking at this, it's almost 40 minutes. It's 4 minutes away from 40 minutes. And I thought it was going to be a short episode, but apparently not. I am so glad that I didn't have technical difficulties this week. I'm glad that my camera decided to work and focus somewhat and not cut me off. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna go and get on with my day and do a bit of crocheting and knitting before I head off to the park with my family. And yeah, I'm just gonna do what I do best today before I have to go back to work tomorrow. So, like I said earlier, thank you so much for watching. If you're a new viewer, thank you so much for checking me out. And if you like this episode or any of my other episodes, please hit the subscribe button or at least give me a thumbs up. And I will hopefully see you guys in the next week or two. Have a great week, guys. Bye.